He's out of control now. E-class and 10 minutes. You got my brother, you know that. Don't do that. You don't say the two incredible Miami legends. I love them both, man. Bring out the shot. By the way, listen. I don't smoke really like that, but let's put the day TV away. That's right. You got that kid for you too, right?
And guess what? You know why? Staying alive. Salud. By the head top. Wow. The Runners or the Renegades?
I love for both of them. You're saying, like, I mean, the Runners have more history with that. And I respect the Renegades. You're saying young brothers doing their thing. I got love for both of them. I don't disrespect to nobody, but of course the Runners, I have more history with them. I used to manage them. Like, you're saying, and I love the Renegades, you manage them too. No, listen, guys, I love both of y'all. But I can't keep drinking shots of whiskey with them. I got a great chest, I gotta be smart. I don't want to walk out to fucking like, yeah. I didn't stop to say
Mix 96 and 99 jams.
Wow. You know, one of those patients who believe in me and so many times.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This defense for the Chiefs, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. They'll set up a throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
Stop him at the 10.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, Sky Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now. Showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to...
He finds Moore in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Micah Parsons in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. He is proving his worth defensively, getting the sack here. That comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Catch is made by Hardman. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Chiefs take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score down.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Defensively, they're going to have to do something about him in a hurry because that last catch puts him over the 100-yard mark. We haven't even hit the second quarter yet.
And you did say they'd have to do it in a hurry. It has to be right now because as his confidence grows, it'll actually overwhelm the defense. No matter what they do, he'll feel like they can't stop him.
He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the route is on here in this first half. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go again here with Akers. And some room to maneuver. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Looking to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 12-yard line. Given 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Back to throw again. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Micah Parsons able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. And this one is right through. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Fields this way up at the 17.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Butker's kick here is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Harrison Butker going to kick off 4 games of city.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Back to throw here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
On first down, Mahomes. This is caught. It's Brown. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 35 yards. And the Chiefs continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Here's Hardman to return.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
Mahomes now on 1st down. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll throw now on the final play. And that will be incomplete. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This one taken just inside the 10.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, but now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Mahomes. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chiefs come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Butker on for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Chiefs 52, Texans 3. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll drop the throw. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he's got room. Touchdown, Houston. Cam Akers, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Texans are able to at least get one score back.
good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From way up at the 23.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Touchdown! Hollywood Marquise Brown, 73 yards. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Texans 10. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Back to throw now on first down. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, right at the 40. A give up the middle to Akers. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 142 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Chiefs will take over here just shy of the 30. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it. And sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where it is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas.
Hey, 43, 15.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Elsewhere, a 3rd quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And this will be a Texans first down as he gets it up past the 35. 7 yards there and a first down. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Going right back to Akers.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Chiefs are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers.
And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. This one is caught. It's Moore. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Mahomes going to throw it here. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. Man, 188 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They'll run for it with Akers. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. To throw again on 2nd down, Mahomes. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
Mahomes now to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
But Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end Kelsey. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule, because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they...
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the Riasi, we still outside. Mine on the riches, heart in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we were not to ride nobody way, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni at Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grrr.
Trust, mean taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust. Big dog with your leash. Where's the love in the streets? Pour my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when we ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people.